Hi, my name is Alta. So in this video, I will explain to you about settings module in YesHello dashboard. So in the settings module, we have general, channels, user, themes, contact field, integration. We will delete away messages and automatic assignment. We have data export, closing notes. So first is general. So in general, we have space name. So you can change your space name. And user inactivity timeout. So what is user inactivity timeout? The inactivity timer function changes the user status to offline automatically if they remain idle for a set amount of time. You can specify a timeout period from 1 minute to 60 minutes. So for example, if you set to 30 minutes, if your team members go to another tab, to YouTube or Gmail for 30 minutes, their status here will set automatically as offline, so not online anymore. So that's for user inactivity timeout and time zone. So if your company is from KL, Singapore, you can set this time zone accordingly. And channels. So this is how you add channels in YesHello. We have WhatsApp, Gmail, Instagram, all other channels, but the most important thing is WhatsApp. So you can add channels. You can choose from all of this, which one you want to connect your channels, your account. And we have more details video how to connect each channel specifically, and user. So in user is how you invite your team members. So for example, you want to add your agent. So type their email address and then give the access level. So what's the difference of owner and manager? So owner can access all of the settings, the module, and the reports. And manager, if you want to invite your manager, you can put some restriction. So for example, they cannot export the data, or they cannot delete the contact, or they cannot access the settings in your YesHello. So that's for manager if you want to put some restriction. And for agent, you can, so for agent, their access is only messages, so they cannot see snippets, broadcasts, and all the other module, only messages. So you can give the agent some restriction as well. So for example, this month, we only have one restriction for agent, restrict contact visibility. So this user only view contacts that assign to either to their team or one user, that one agent. And that's it for user. And themes. So this is, you can create your themes. You can spread your user, your team member to specific themes. So for example, we have, let me just open. So you can add theme and create sales. Okay, just gonna create this. So you can add your team. For example, I want to create our sales team. Sales team, and the description, this is our sales team. So for team members, so you cannot add one user to two teams. So only one user to one team. So for sales team, for example, we add Jared. So yeah, because Jared is not in any other team, so we can add him at our sales team. Okay, so team function, it's for easy reporting. So if you want to see how sales team reports each month, each week, you can see easily, not from specific user, but from team. And if you want to do automatic assignment, so you can do automatic assignment not to specific user, but to team. So all the sales team get the equal messages if you do automatic assignment. And next is contact fields. So in contact fields, I explained a little bit earlier in our messages and customer details. So contact fields, you can save all your customer data. You can save their gender, their company name, and their car number, their plate, and all that. So let's create contact field, add custom field, name, for example, let's do car. Description, this is customer car plate. And type, you can choose text, please, drop down, checkbox, email, number, URL, date, or time. So we're just gonna use text because that's the easier. And once you create this contact field, you cannot change the type. And add. All right. And we are going to test this out. So go to messages to see the contact field, new contact field that we created just now. And go to the conversation. So in the right side, I need to refresh this. So every time you make changes, make sure that you refresh the page. Otherwise, it will not show the changes that you made. So here in the conversation, in the right side, contact details, we can see here car plate. So you can add the car plate, random number, and then save. So you have all the info of your customer in the right side. Back to settings. And integration. So we have two integration with Dialog and Zapier. So Dialogflow is to create super smart AI chatbot. It's very advanced. So if you have AI chatbot, you can connect that with YesHello through Dialogflow. And Zapier is to connect to if you have CRM, HubSpot, Zoho, and all that, you can connect the YesHello and your CRM through Zapier. Or if you want to automatically export your data to spreadsheet, you can connect YesHello with Zapier and then to spreadsheet. And away message. So for away message and automatic assignment, we are going to delete two of this feature. We will move it to workflows. So all of the automation will be in workflows. And data export. So in data export, you can export all the contacts inside YesHello platform and all the conversation. So you can select specific date and you can export all the messages. So conversation, what's the difference of conversation and messages? Messages is all the message history from your customer, and conversation is their conversation ID. So specific contacts have ID, and you can export their ID and what the conversation about. So how do you know what the conversation is about is in the closing notes. So in the closing notes, you can choose the closing note settings as optional or mandatory. So we put it as optional. So you can add the category. So what this conversation is about. So we want to add a new conversation category. So for example, this is about sales. And the description is, this is info about sales, and add. and then you can search sales. Here we have it already. So how to use the closing notes is you can go to messages and open the specific or conversation. And then if you want to close conversation, you can just close it. Or if you want to add closing notes, click the arrow here, add closing notes. And we can use the closing notes that we just created, sales, add summary. We just about sales or whatever summary you want to write and close the conversation. And it's gone from my folder, but we can see in all folder. And if we search that contact just now, we can see the closing note, conversation closed by me, Alta. Category is archive email, and summary, we just talk about sales. The category is wrong. The category is wrong. I should put in sales. I think just now it's error or something. But if you choose the right category, it will show us the right category, for example, sales or support inquiry. And yeah, that's about it. That's the closing notes. And that's it. That's the settings module in YesHello. I'll see you guys in the next video.